Friends, gather round because today we're diving headfirst into a story so bizarre, so utterly ludicrous, that you'd swear we lifted it straight from the set of a low-budget dystopian film. Buckle up because we're talking about the DOGE stimulus check proposal. Yes, you heard that right. DOGE, as in the cryptocurrency often associated with pictures of Shiba Inus and the occasional tweet from a certain tech billionaire. Now you might be thinking, John, are you having a laugh? Is this some elaborate prank you're pulling on us? And to that I say, I wish it were, my friend. I truly wish it were. But sadly, this is as real as the existential dread you feel when you realize you're out of coffee filters on a Monday morning. This proposal, as baffling as it may seem, suggests sending out stimulus checks to eligible Americans funded by, you guessed it, the supposed savings achieved by a government department inspired by, and somewhat unfortunately named after, a meme-based cryptocurrency. So grab your thinking caps, or perhaps your tinfoil hats depending on your level of cynicism, and let's unpack this doozy of a proposal together. Now, before we spiral further down this rabbit hole of governmental absurdity, let's address the elephant, or perhaps more accurately, the Shiba Inu, in the room, DOGE. No, we're not talking about the adorable canine breed that's taken the internet by storm. We're talking about the U.S. Department of Government Efficiency, affectionately or perhaps rather confusingly known as DOGE. This government agency, established in January 2025, was the brainchild of an executive order with the ambitious goal of streamlining government operations and, most importantly, cutting spending. Think of it as the Marie Kondo of government bureaucracy, here to ruthlessly eliminate anything that doesn't spark joy in the federal budget. Now, you might be wondering, what does any of this have to do with stimulus checks or, for that matter, a certain canine-themed cryptocurrency? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because this is where things get really interesting. Enter Elon Musk, the enigmatic CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, a man known for his ambitious ventures, Twitter tirades, and, well, a certain fondness for the cryptocurrency Dogecoin. Yes, you guessed it, the same Dogecoin that inspired the admittedly questionable name of our government efficiency department. Now, in a plot twist that wouldn't be out of place in a political satire, Musk was appointed as a senior advisor to DOGE. While his official title may be advisor, some, particularly those prone to conspiracy theories involving lizard people and the Illuminati, might argue that his influence extends far beyond that. They see his fingerprints everywhere, from the department's name to its ambitious goals, whispering about a grand plan to disrupt government bureaucracy and usher in a new era of, well, something or the other. Whether Musk is a visionary leader or a chaos agent is a matter of much debate. But one thing's for certain, his involvement adds a whole other layer of intrigue to the already bizarre saga of the DOGE stimulus check proposal. Section 4, Trillion Dollar Dreams, the ambitious savings goals of DOGE. So how exactly does DOGE, with its meme-worthy name and enigmatic tech billionaire overlord, plan to fund these stimulus checks? Well, by achieving the seemingly impossible, of course, by finding trillions of dollars in government waste and inefficiency. Yes, you heard that right, trillions with a T. Initially, the goal was to save a mind-boggling $2 trillion. To put that into perspective, that's roughly the amount of money Jeff Bezos would make if he sold all of Amazon and invested it entirely in lottery tickets. However, perhaps realizing that finding $2 trillion in loose change lying around government offices was a tad optimistic, the goal was later revised to a slightly more modest $150 billion. Now, you might be thinking, that's still a lot of money. Surely they must be finding something, right? Well, that's where things get a little murky. Section 5, $5,000 checks, calculating your potential windfall. Now, let's talk numbers, shall we? Because ultimately, that's what gets people really excited about stimulus checks. Under the initial $2 trillion savings goal, each eligible household was promised a cool $5,000. Now that's enough to make even the most cynical among us crack a smile. Imagine the possibilities: paying off debt, investing in the stock market, or finally buying that solid gold statue of Nicolas Cage you've always dreamed of. However, as with all things in life, there's a catch. Remember that revised savings goal of $150 billion? Well, that significantly impacts the potential payout. Based on that figure, the stimulus checks would shrink to a more modest $800 to $1,000 per household. Still a welcome windfall. but a far cry from the Nicolas Cage statue fund. And if we're being brutally honest, even that amount is looking increasingly unlikely. You see, while Doge claims to have already saved a whopping $165 billion, exceeding even their initial goal, independent analysis paints a less rosy picture. Watchdog groups armed with calculators and a healthy dose of skepticism estimate that the actual verified savings are closer to $15 billion. And that, my friends, translates to a paltry $993 per taxpayer. So, while the dream of a $5,000 windfall might be fading faster than a cheap dye job, there's still a glimmer of hope for a modest financial boost. Just don't go spending it all in one place. Gap 3S, Section 6, The Future of Doge, Predictions and Speculations. So, where does Doge go from here? The future of this meme coin-turned economic experiment is as unpredictable as its rise to fame. Experts are divided. Some believe that Doge could revolutionize the financial world, becoming a legitimate currency that rivals traditional ones. Others, however, see it as a speculative bubble, destined to burst as quickly as it inflated. But let's not forget the wild card in this equation, Elon Musk. His tweets alone have the power to send Doge's value soaring or plummeting within minutes. With Musk's continued support and potential integration into his various ventures, Doge could very well become a staple in the tech landscape. Of course, regulatory hurdles remain. Governments around the world are still grappling with how to categorize and control cryptocurrencies. Should Doge gain more traction, expect a wave of new regulations aimed at curbing its influence and ensuring financial stability. In the end, Doge's future is a fascinating mix of potential and uncertainty. Whether it becomes a financial juggernaut or a cautionary tale, one thing is certain: Doge has already made its mark on the world. And as we watch its journey unfold, we can't help but wonder, what's next for this digital underdog? Chapter 7. Doge in the Real World. Use Cases and Adoption. While Doge started as a joke, its real-world applications are no laughing matter. Today, Doge is accepted as a form of payment by numerous businesses, from small online shops to major companies like Tesla. This widespread acceptance is a testament to its growing legitimacy. Gap 2S. But the utility of Doge extends beyond just transactions. It has been used in crowdfunding campaigns, charitable donations, and even to send a satellite to the moon, aptly named Doge 1. These diverse use cases highlight the versatility and potential of Doge in various sectors. Gap 2S. Furthermore, the ease of transferring Doge across borders with minimal fees makes it an attractive option for international remittances. In countries with unstable currencies, Doge offers an alternative store of value, providing financial inclusion to those who need it most. Gap 2S. As more people recognize the benefits of Doge, its adoption is expected to grow. However, challenges remain, particularly in terms of scalability and regulatory acceptance. Yet, the ongoing development and community support suggest that Doge's journey in the real world is just beginning. Gap 2A. So, whether you're a business owner, a philanthropist, or an everyday user, Doge offers unique opportunities that are worth exploring. As we continue to watch its adoption unfold, one thing is clear. Doge is no longer just a meme. It's becoming a significant player in the digital economy. As we conclude our exploration of Doge, one question lingers. Is Doge the future? Gap 2S. From its humble beginnings as a meme coin to its current status as a versatile digital asset, Doge has defied expectations at every turn. Gap 2S. Its community-driven ethos, coupled with high-profile endorsements, has propelled it to heights few could have predicted. Gap 2S. Yet, the path ahead is fraught with challenges. Scalability issues, regulatory hurdles, and market volatility all pose significant obstacles. Gap 2S. Despite these challenges, the potential applications of Doge are vast, from revolutionizing remittances to enabling charitable giving on a global scale. Gap 2S. The future of Doge will depend on its ability to adapt and innovate in an ever-evolving digital landscape. Gap 2S. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing is certain. Doge has sparked a conversation about the future of money, and that conversation is far from over. Gap 2SS. So, as we look ahead, let's keep an open mind and watch closely, because in the world of cryptocurrency, anything is possible. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep dreaming. Gap 2S. Stay curious and stay informed. Gap 2S. Goodbye.